How do you land a 12-month SEO contract? Now, some of you I know are immediately going to go, wait, I thought we were talking about lead generation. Guys, SEO is a big part of lead generation. Let me remind you that once we get the deal, once we get the customer's credit card, once we sign that contract, we are building our asset, we're building our website, and we are then doing SEO to rank that website. So SEO is a big part of it. Now, why am I talking about how to land an SEO contract when I've been talking about? Because what I've realized is that as I've started to ask people, hey, what's stopping you from doing this? What's holding you back from jumping into this business model? A lot of people are stuck in bad situations. They're stuck in jobs that are taking 40 hours of their time, but are only paying them just enough to pay the bills. And so as I sat there and I said, okay, what if I were in that situation? I had a 9 to 5. What would I do? What would be the quickest way? Well, I would need to get out of that situation, get a couple of my days back. So what I would do is I would go land, if I needed $5,000 per month, I'd go land $5,000 in SEO. I would do my SEO work Monday and Tuesday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That would leave me Thursday, Friday to work on my digital real estate, my local lead gen company, whatever the case is. This is just a way for you to get out of that shit situation. So if you're listening to this right now and you're not in that situation, do not get sidetracked. Do not start slinging SEO and getting yourself down the same path that I went down, which is a year and a half of chasing SEO, thinking you're crushing it, thinking you're the smart one. And you come to find out that, man, SEO clients, they don't last. They do have a shelf life. No matter how good a service that you provide, they will cancel. However, it's quick money. It's high margin. It's a great way to get out of your job very quickly. And so we're going to talk about it. Now, how do you land a 12-month contract, or why would you want to? Well, it should be pretty obvious why you would want to land a contract with SEO, because way more than lead generation, SEO has finicky clients. SEO has clients that can call you at any time because they woke up on the wrong side of the bed, because their spouse didn't put out last night, because their team lost, and say, hey, I'm canceling. Dry throat, apologize. By the way, I don't have any light. If it looks a little dark on this video, I got the screen cranked up, trying to get a little light. I got no power. Welcome to Africa. I'm loving it. I'm loving every single second. So guys, I'm going to talk about this, but with SEO, you want to make sure at the minimum, land a 12-month contract. If you don't, you are going to be playing this game of how do you keep the client the longest, still keep them happy, but not too happy to where you do too much work and now they're going to cancel because you got to page 1 too quick. It's this thing. You have to have a contract. You have to have a contract. I don't know how people that do SEO that don't have contracts even sleep. Okay. Minimum, I got a laser tight, or what's the word? I got a very solid, airtight, that's the word, an airtight contract for SEO. I had an attorney draft one up for me, and I do a 12-month contract. Now, how do you sell someone on saying, hey, I need you to sign in this dotted line and commit to $18,000. If it's a $1,500 per month deal, $1,500 times 12. How do you get somebody to commit to $18,000 over the next year? Okay. It's actually not as hard as it sounds. So let's go into it. Guys, here's what you do. I'm not going to go into how to sell the deal, how to prospect, how to get them to the closing call. I'm just going to tell you how to pitch the contract piece once you get to the closing call. In other videos, if people like the SEO content, and if you do like the SEO content, please let me know in the comments. I'll keep producing more of it. But if you like it, I will go into those pieces. I'm assuming you are pitching somebody. You're on a Zoom call and you're pitching them on working with you, letting you handle their SEO. So here's how you bring up the contract piece. So here's what I like to say. I'm going to kind of role play this a bit as if you listening were the owner, and let's say you were Paul. Okay. So first thing I do is I let them know how it usually works. Say, look, Paul, this is how this industry usually works. This is a shady industry, man. There's no regulation. There's no rules. People can literally ruin your business and take all your money, and there's really nothing that you can do about it. So you have to be very, very, very careful. Okay. And I go through all of that and I show them, my past case studies and sites that I've ranked, et cetera. So they're like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about, right? Now, if you don't have those things, you may want to shy away from this is a shady industry conversation, because they might go, well, how do I know you're not shady? But if you have examples, I would definitely bring them up. Now, I always let them know, I say, hey, Paul, here's how this usually works. Usually what happens is companies will call you and they'll say, hey, I want to do your SEO. and they won't do a contract. They do a 3-month contract at the max. And the game is, how long can they keep you paying them? Here's what I mean, Paul. They know that as soon as they get you to page one, they are risking you calling them and saying, hey, we don't need your service anymore. So what incentive do SEO companies have to get to page one quickly? They have zero incentive. So what you'll find, Paul, in this industry is most of these companies are playing this stupid game where they're doing just enough to keep you happy and not canceling, but not enough to keep you that excited, and definitely not enough to get you quick results, because then they risk losing their job, period. So here's how I do it. I do it differently. I know how long it's going to take me. I know what kind of work it's going to take me. I do a 12-month agreement. It's 12, literally, it's 12 months. So a year from today, it ends. And you own all the assets. You own all the content. You own all the work that I'm putting into it. Guys, again, you're leaning into this because this is the benefit for them. This is literally why someone would do SEO over lead gen, because they own the asset. This is why you wouldn't want to do it. But I just say what it is. I let them know, hey, this is the benefit, right? At the end of the year, you get all those things. It's a 12-month agreement. Now, here's what's so cool about it is if it's 12 months, I now have the confidence that I know exactly how much money I'm going to make over the course of 12 months. And now I have the incentive to go and rank you as quickly as possible. If I can rank you in 3 months, wouldn't that be a lot better for you, Paul? Because your calls would go from 0 to 20. And so now if I can rank you in 3 months, you have 9 months of 20 calls per month. Instead of we sign a 0-month contract or a 3-month contract, I'm dicking around with you the whole time. I don't want you to get to page one because I don't want you to cancel. And I'm just dragging you along. It makes zero sense. I want to be incentivized to do a good job. And the only way I can be incentivized to do a good job is to know exactly what I've got coming for me, exactly what my contract states. And now I have every incentive to get this done as quickly as possible so that you are happy with me. And hopefully at the end of the 1 year, we continue, and maybe we want to rank into another city. Maybe you want to do this. Maybe you want to buy some leads from me, because I also do that. Put in a plug. Guys, this is what I do. I always do a 1-year contract. Boom. That's it. That's all you got to say. It makes sense. It's a logical sell. It makes no sense to do a 3-month contract when the business owner has every reason to cancel once they get exactly what they're paying for. There's no reason to keep someone on. Now, I know there's upkeep and the whole thing, but with local, there's not. Let's be honest, okay? This is how I pitch 12-month agreements. I do not do SEO deals unless there's a 12-month agreement. This is how you pitch it, coming from somebody that's sold way too many of these things. But if you're someone that's in a 9-to-5 that wants to get out, wants to buy their time back, and then wants to get into local lead gen, digital real estate, rent, then rank, etc., this is how you do it.